Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about the lenses I used on my New York photo shooting at my last video. It's a continuation of my last video, so if you haven't seen it, I recommend you to watch it first and come back to this later. Well, here are the 4 lenses I brought with me. If you have been watching my channel from before, you might have noticed that I've got few more lenses. Yes, without having to regret the lack of lenses during my trip, I purchased 2 more lenses prior to leaving Japan. These are the new ones. 16mm f1.4 and 35mm f2. Westfield World Trade Center in New York was a must place to go. To capture the image from the floor up to the ceiling, wider lens was an absolute necessity. It was obvious that 23mm wasn't wide enough to capture the desired image. Indeed, 60mm lens worked out just perfect at the site. And next, this 35mm f2 lens. To use it regularly, I have been planning to buy a 35mm lens this spring and also either the f1.4 or f2. Those are tough decisions. The price of these 2 lenses don't differ that much. In the end, I ended up purchasing f2 along with 35mm, expecting that I would get a great discount if I were to buy the 2 at the same time. The reason that I chose f2 was that it's weather resistant, faster AF speed, the size is more compact and the weight is lighter, and its high reputation of being able to capture a sharper image. Well, which lens did I use the most? The answer is definitely 56mm. Have you seen my other videos? On my recent upload, I talked about 85mm, which is equivalent to 56mm on cropped sensor camera. I really like the expression of 85mm on full frame or 56mm on cropped. I might say those are my favorite, so naturally, this is the one I used most often. Okay, let's review the lenses I used for the pictures in my last upload. As you may have noticed, most of the shots were taken with 56mm. The photos you see here cover only a few of what I shot. Although I did frequently change lenses, I naturally picked the ones taken by 56mm when I later examined them on PC screen. During the trip, I set 35mm on the XT2 for my regular lens and put away other lenses in my camera backpack when I went out for the photo shooting. Although 23mm was also good for multiple use, I just wanted to use 35mm as it was brand new and most of all, it was weather resistant. But when I got on a gear with 56mm, the images were somewhat of my preferences and tended to stay with it for the rest of the day. In my opinion, 56mm is mainly for an outside use. But as you can see here at the Grand Central Station, I used it for interior images as well. 56mm played an active role in capturing pinpoint images since American architecture tend to be large in scale with high ceiling. What do I like about 56mm? Well, I like it because it gives a compressed feeling on the image. I'm talking about it more in the video, so check the link if you are interested. And also, it keeps sense of distance from people within the image. Let me explain. Look at these pictures. These are taken with 23mm, 35mm, and 56mm. The angles are different, but you can compare the differences. The preferences may vary, but for me, 56mm is a 1. By having compressed effect, it gives the sense of the scale and the powerful presence of Manhattan Bridge within the frame. And as I have mentioned in the last video, Dumbo is a very popular photo location. There are many photographers from dusk till dawn. Look at this. If I used 23 or 35mm and the closer I get to the bridge, people are everywhere in my frame. And the traffic, you can't avoid them. But if you use middle telephoto lens like 56mm, not only can you keep the distance from them, but they can also be your cast member in your image. I aimed at the opportunity of capturing the bicycle riders or cars crossing by the street coming into my frame. Okay, let's talk about this brand new 60mm next. Weather resistance makes me relieved. As I said earlier, I used this 60mm for taking these photos at Westfield World Trade Center. It can capture from the floor to the ceiling, and the result was as good as I expected. Although camera settings are not the same, there is a photo taken by 35mm from the same point. Look how they differ. The colors will change in the editing development, but for now, I'd like you to focus on the frame. I think 60mm was more suitable as I originally wanted to take wider angle shots. By the way, this lens was also convenient for taking photos of reflected glare on the paddle. Okay, lens talk is done. Let's move to the next topic. Some viewers are very curious about my camera back, which I was using in my last video, so let me explain this for now. This is from the brand called Vinta, and it's an American brand. I made a review video before, so check the link here. Within it, I'm speaking Japanese but added English subtitles. Or just watch, no need language, you can just see how it is. When I travel, I always pack all my camera gear in my camera bag and bring in as a carry-on luggage, except the tripod, which I check it in my check-in luggage. When I travel by car, this type of camera bags may come in handy, but when walking around the photo locations, backpacks are always the best bet. Actually, I brought Nikon D750 and some lenses and a tripod to the trip as well. I thought I was going to use D750 for a night view or long exposure shooting, but I never had the opportunity to use it nor as a tripod this time around. My feeling is that XT2 and the prime lenses may suffice for a short travel. But then again, I'm always indecisive and end up carrying two cameras. Now I leaned towards 56mm this time, but if you have any preference of lenses for your travel company, or how many lenses do you bring to the trip even, please share them in your comment. I'd be grateful if you could list the camera body in your comment as well. So here we are. Product links are in the description box below. If you like this video, please tap good and don't forget to subscribe. And there is also a link to my Instagram. Please see it. Thank you and hope to see you soon again. Bye!